Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaleesa Ayoka. If you're new here, I hope that at some point in this video you do decide to subscribe, and if you do so, make sure you click that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a video. Okay, today's video is all about this makeup look. So we're being clean girl, whatever the new term for clean girl is at the moment. It's always changing. So we're just going to go with clean girl and acne coverage. If you've been here a while or if you don't know, I've had acne all of my life. I struggle with hyperpigmentation. So this makeup look is really for the girlies that have the same similar problems. But if you don't, you can put it on too. But it's really so I can explain or show, not explain, but show what I do to cover up my hyperpigmentation, where it's a full coverage, but it doesn't look too cakey. It's full coverage though. So, but yeah, not too much. I'm not doing eyeshadow for this one, even though we will be bringing eyeshadow back on this channel because I don't know what happened. We're losing recipes. We got to bring back eyeshadow, in my opinion. But today's video is not about that. This is for the clean girl aesthetic. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. Skincare. So I've already washed my face. My face wash is in the bathroom, but I'll put it on the screen. So I currently am using this vitamin C. As you can see, it's coming to the end. So I just put 2 pumps, and I'm just gonna put that all over my face. I'm gonna go in with my moisturizer. This is the Cetaphil moisturizer. With my very oily skin, essentially, I don't want to use a moisturizer that is too oily. And then I'm gonna go in with an eye cream just because I'm gonna be doing makeup today. It's really helpful, especially when you're gonna be putting on makeup, to make sure you know that under eye is nice and moisturized. And then the next thing I do, daytime, always SPF. This is the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen in 40 SPF. I don't have to worry about the white cast because it's a clear sunscreen. We are good to go. The last thing I'm going to do is my lips, and I use the Laneige lip sleeping mask as my lip treatment. I forgot my microphone. I'm sorry guys, I forgot my microphone. It's been a while since I have filmed, and we're just trying to get back into the swing of things. So now that I am nice and moisturized, we can get in to the makeup. Okay, so now that our skincare is done, I did my skincare, did my hair. We're doing the clean girl acne coverage makeup. So we know the clean girl aesthetic is very, you know, in-ish. It has evolved for many names, but we're just gonna call this one clean girl aesthetic so you guys all know. So just basic everyday makeup. After skincare, the first thing I like to do is prime. So the primer that I'm using is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. The primer that I'm using, I like to pump it into my hand and then dot it on my face. I like to use a hydrating primer just because even though I have oily skin, most of my makeup products are extremely mattifying, so I like to balance it out. First thing I like to do is spot correct, and for my spot correcting today, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Deep Cinnamon. As you can see, got quite a bit of spots on my face, but I'm just going to focus on the really dark ones. So like this one right here, this one right here. There's a host of them right here, but those are the main ones. I am going to be using foundation, so that's just for like the really dark spots. So we're going to let that marinate on the face for a little bit, and then I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now, I am still trying to find, oh Jesus, that sounded like it broke. Oh, it sounded like it broke. Oh God. Okay. Oh, it didn't break. It's good. Okay. Like I said, I'm still trying to find like how I want to do my brows, but in the meantime, in between time, this is how I'm doing them. I just brush them up. And then I'm going to be using the what is ELF? The ELF Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and this is in the color, I think this is in brown. Is it on here? Oh, yeah. Tiny as hell. In neutral brown. Jesus, that was small. But I'm going to fill them in just a little bit. Luckily, right now, my brows are in great shape because normally my brows be woofing, okay? And my brows are definitely sisters, not twins. This is how they're looking. Nothing too much, just something to darken them a little bit. And then I'm going to clean them up with concealer. I'm going to use the same concealer, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Just put some on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to go in with just like a flat sculpting brush. But I am just going to clean up my brows a little bit. Again, you don't have to do this. I am just a 2016 makeup artist, so I love a good clean up underneath the brows. And then I'm going to blend out this concealer. To blend out the concealer, I'm going to be using a brush, and I'm just going to blend out all of those concealer spots just to soften up the edges around them. Because we don't want to take it off. We want to spread it out a little bit so it's not patchy underneath the foundation. I like to do my under eye and my highlighting concealer first, just because I'm trying to limit the amount of product I'm putting on my face. So this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in 420. As you can see, I do my under eye kind of wide, so that's why I'm like, I don't want to put on the foundation first. A little bit on the forehead, down the bridge of the nose. So again, blending that out with a brush. I'm going to blend out these parts first. And blending out with the brush is so much more coverage than blending out with a sponge. I'm going to leave the under eye a little bit longer so it can dry down a little bit more. And I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. So I'm going to start from here and go right here, here, and go right here. And then underneath my chin, and then a little bit on the sides of my nose. And then to blend out the one that's on my face, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty bronzer brush. Bronzer 190 brush, and I am just going to blend that up. I'm messing up my edges that I just did. And then for my chin, I just blend under, essentially bringing it down. And then to blend out my nose contour, and I'm just going to blend out the side of that. And I'm doing the contour before the foundation, just so that I can soften up how harsh or how pigmented it looks. So now for my eye concealer, again, we're blending out with a brush and now a sponge, and we're mainly focusing on blending out the edges of this. I try not to put it on too thick, but enough that I can get the coverage. I go over my eyelid as well. So we have the concealer on, and I'm going to set this right now. And to set it, I'm using my Hourglass translucent powder in Veil. That's what it looks like. I want to set the concealer before it starts to crease. So I'm going to blend it out one more time. And then I'm going to take my sponge, dip it in the powder, rub off the excess, and pat under that eye. Dip some more, rub off the excess. Ooh, I forgot I still had concealer on the back of my hand. Oh, now I just ripped my sponge. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my foundation, and the foundation that I'm using is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in 420. And I am just going to take that on the back of my hand, like a pump or so. And I'm using this Morphe brush, or just a flat brush. And I'm going to stipple that on the places that I did not apply the concealer. And I'm just going to blend that in for coverage wherever we don't have the concealer. Again, I'm patting into the skin instead of swiping. That gives the most coverage, especially if you're trying to cover your acne scars. And my forehead as well, which my hair is blocking most of it. My scar from me. Just gonna blend that out. Make sure I'm blending that concealer out with it. I'm gonna set the rest of my face. And to set my face, I'm using a big fluffy brush. And I'm gonna dip it in that same translucent powder. And I'm just gonna buff it in to my face, on my forehead as well. A little bit on my eyes and my eyebrows. Now to set with a powder that is my skin tone, I'm going to be using the Black Radiance Golden Almond press powder. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to go in and put that on the brush. And I am going to pat this all over my face as well. Just to set my face with something that is my skin tone. Right, now that our face is set, I'm going to bronze. So I'm gonna go in with this angle brush. I've had this brush for a very long time. Can't tell you where it's from. I am going to go into my Fenty Beauty bronzer, and this is in Mocha Mommy. It's just a Fenty Beauty bronzer. And I'm going to bronze up my face, kind of put it in all of those sun-kissed areas of your face. On my cheeks, I kind of put it on like blush, essentially. I feel like the lights make the makeup look so less full coverage because the lights are so bright. I am going to go in with my setting spray. Now, I have mixed feelings about this setting spray. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. And you got to hold your breath when you're spraying this. You see, y'all saw me holding my breath. Y'all saw me holding it. Not the fan. Ooh, God. All right. I'm not a falsies girl. I haven't worn them in a while, and now I suck at putting them on. So I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. This is the e.l.f. No Buzz Retractable Eyeliner in black, and I am just going to put this in my waterline. Just a little bit of it on my lash line. I love a good smudged outliner. It looks crazy right now, but I'm just gonna smudge it with this brush. It darkens up the lash area nicely. And it doesn't have to be a perfect line. Then I put on my mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Luscious. My go-to mascara. I need to do a little bit of highlight. I feel like my face is a little too matte. Oh, this is the Black Radiance. Everything looks so bad. The Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in Dark to Deep. It's Dark to Deep. As you can see, I just need to buy a new one. But the highlighter is still holding on. And I'm gonna just put a little bit up here. Nothing too crazy. And then my favorite place to contour is my nose. And then this lip gloss, honestly, this is a Too Faced lip gloss called Stocks and Bondage. This is my cousin's. She gave it to me because my lip gloss had broke, and it's not mine. And I'm just gonna put it over eyelid. What you think? What you think? What you think? Nice coverage, right? Now we put on a little sweater, got a little cuter. But yeah, instead of my house hoodie, this is the makeup. I think it came out very nice. Very nice. It's a little heavier than I would do like if I was doing my makeup in my bathroom, just because the lighting in the bathroom is a lot more forgiving. But even when I go in the bathroom and look at this makeup, it's almost flawless, honestly, if I may say so myself. Especially for someone like me who has acne prone skin, larger pores, hyperpigmentation. I feel like this is a great tutorial on how to achieve this look. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.